A's Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. We're here at Eldridge Park for Chatham and Orleans for the final time this season. He's Matt Hogan. I'm Ben Shulman. It's time for Catch of the Day. Matt, I wanted you to call you the Vanderbilt outfielder, but recently it's been reported you've entered the transfer portal. What went into that decision?
I was at Vanderbilt for 3 years, and I loved every second that I was there. But when it really just came down to it, I wanted to play ball, and I wasn't really seeing the field there, so I was just going to look for a place where I can get on the field.
Was there a thought of trying to go back and compete for a job again? Like, what idea did you get from Vanderbilt about your role on the team next year?
It was mainly I did think about it because, obviously we got a good crew up of guys going back, and, I just looked at the roster, looked at the past 3 years and, how I lined up, and I was just I think, after 3 years I gave it a good effort, and I think I should probably go find a new place that'll probably give me a better opportunity to play almost right away. So that's kind of what I'm looking for.
What does it feel like to close the chapter on that part of your college baseball career?
It's awesome. I mean, I love Vanderbilt with all my heart still. It was one of those things that I guess just it didn't work out for me. And, I have absolutely no hard feelings, no ill will towards anyone at that program. It was just more so I just didn't get the playing time I thought I wanted there. So it's it's a trade-off. There's trade-offs everywhere you go. And obviously you want to play anywhere you can. And, Vanderbilt was always my dream school coming out, but, sometimes dreams don't always come true, and that's the reality of life. Sometimes you got to find a new place and improvise, adapt, and overcome, and find your next situation.
For your next situation, what are you looking to get into? What's the criteria for Matt Hogan?
Yeah, I'm just looking for a place where I'm going to go play. Obviously I love a good academic school because Vanderbilt was a phenomenal academic. And I'm just looking for, a good team, someone, just a good team camaraderie, because, coming out of Vanderbilt, and it's kind of hard to beat that camaraderie as it is. So I'm just looking for some good people, good coaches, and honestly some good baseball.
How have the coaches here helped you at all in your transfer process?
I don't even think I could put words on how much they've been helpful. I'm speechless to the amount of help they've given me, especially Coach Holliday. He's gone above and beyond for me. Just has given absolutely every bit of his time to me whenever I need it. And me and my parents, our whole family is just so thankful for not only him, but the entire coaching staff here, because they all just went so above and beyond for me, making phone calls late hours of the night, earlier in the day, just being able to talk to me 24/7. It's a blessing to me, because I almost didn't come to the Cape. It was this is a last second decision for me, and I don't know what I would do if I didn't come here. And it's one of those things. I'm just so grateful.
Why did you end up coming? What pushed you over the line to come here?
Coach Tom. It was honestly, I was shaky, because I had everything set up. I was going to go to the Northwoods League, and I had all that set up out there, and then Coach gave me a call, and he's like, hey, I need a left-handed bat and outfielder. And I was just it's a Cape. I don't want to miss the Cape. And he was just very reassuring to me. Really talked with me about it, because I did have some doubts when I initially came here, just because I wanted to come play, and I'd heard that sometimes, guys come here, they don't play, and they sit the bench every once in a while. And I wanted to make sure if I was going to go somewhere, I was going to play, because I've been starved for playing time, so I've been trying to just get on the field as much as possible, and I don't want to leave the field when I get on it.
As you're looking for your new school, what has this season meant to you, these 20 or so games with the A's?
It's one of those things where, you're in the moment and you try to enjoy it as much as possible, because it's a very unique situation that I'm in, and I'm very blessed to say that I'm in a good situation right now. I know some people that aren't, and I feel very lucky that I'm in the situation I'm in right now. And I'm just trying to enjoy every single moment of it. I think when I look back on this year, I'm going to say it was probably the greatest blessing coming to the Cape Cod League, because I just didn't know the power that this league had, and it's absolutely incredible.
We've talked a lot about your next school, but I want to go back a little bit. Max Romero, your Vanderbilt teammate, we just saw him warming up with a first base trapper. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited, man. I've never seen him play first base before, and knowing him, he's crafty, man. I've never seen him over there. Looking during IO, he looked pretty clean out there, so I'm excited to see how he does. I'm sure he'll do great, because he's so skilled, he's so athletic, and he's just one of those guys that's going to get in there and be able to get the job done when he needs to.
Well, maybe for the first time we'll see a Hogan to Romero relay to the plate tonight. Thank you so much for coming on Catch of the Day.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
That's Matt Hogan, the Vanderbilt outfielder, potentially soon to be somewhere else. We'll talk about where he's in the lineup, Max Romero, and a whole lot more coming up on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Let's send it back to Emmanuel Berbari.